Next on Startup, we travel to Atlanta, Georgia to talk to Luke, a self-proclaimed serial entrepreneur who started Sack Daddies, a new seafood restaurant concept based off of family legacy. Then we're going to swing by Louisville, Kentucky to talk to Heather, a theater lover and costume designer who created Custom Wig Company, a business that makes handcrafted wigs for people all over the world. All of this and more is next on Startup.
It all starts with an idea, and everyone has them. In the world of business, where you choose to take your idea determines where your idea will take you. Baker College is proud to support Startup and those who dare to share their ideas with the world.
The American small business was built on one thing: relationships. And every time a customer walks through the door, a new one begins. Pay Anywhere was built to help entrepreneurs do what they do best. So keep loving what you do. Just get paid for it. Pay Anywhere.
The Chevrolet Volt, an everyday electric car with gas for longer trips. The nature of things to come. Chevrolet, find new roads.
American Express is proud to support Startup and the millions of small businesses that put in the hard work to be open for business in neighborhoods across the country.
My name is Gary Brado, and I'm a documentary filmmaker and an entrepreneur. The economy is in less than perfect shape, and when the jobs go away, there's nothing left to do but get up and get creative. And there are people all over America doing just that. It's estimated that up to 85% of new businesses fail. So I'm going coast to coast to hear the personal stories of the people who beat the odds and started a successful business from the ground up. This is Startup. I'm on Candler Road in Atlanta, Georgia. And we're gonna go talk to Luke, who created Sack Daddies. Now, from a young age, Luke always loved to cook, but it was his unmatched drive and determination that's sure to put Sack Daddies on the map. Let's go hear his story. About 3/4 of the seafood products consumed in the US are either fresh or frozen, and the sale of these product forms has increased steadily over the past 2 decades. Shellfish accounts for about 1/4 of all consumption, and the average American consumes more than 16 pounds of seafood annually. Luke has always been a highly motivated self-starter, but when he realized his passion for the seafood industry, he put everything he had into this delicious concept and hasn't looked back since. So tell us who you are and a little bit about your history and background.
Well, my name is Luke Ingram. I was born in Douglas, Georgia, small town. We moved to Germany at an early age.
Germany?
Yeah, grew up in Germany, was over there about 4 or 5 years. Right out of high school, joined the military, did 4 years military, went to the Gulf War, the first one.
Wow.
Came home and got out of the military, moved here to Atlanta. I went to DeVry and I received a BS in business.
What was the next step?
Barber.
Barber.
Right.
That was a curveball. I was not expecting that. Barber, okay. You are a true entrepreneur, man.
Yes, yes. I was a barber for 7 years.
What, did you have your own shop, or were you?
Yes, it was in Brunswick, Georgia.
Wow,
Yes.
okay, so you owned your own barber shop too. So you know what it's like to be a business owner already.
Oh yeah.
What was the kind of the impetus for this idea? What sparked the idea to get into food?
I lost my father when I was 2 years old.
Wow.
And then my mother had a drug addiction. I used to have to cook for my sister and I. And I got pretty good at cooking, and then, you know, I was a bachelor for a long time. And so I love to eat. I can't eat junk food. I have to eat good cooked food. Where I'm from, Douglas, they're big seafood eaters. Blue crabs, they love blue crabs here. And I got this flavor and this recipe, and I took it over there and had some people try it out, and they loved it. Told my wife, I was like, hey, I'm about to start selling crabs. And so she looks at me and was like, you don't sell crabs? I said, yeah. She said, so I just get up and I walk back to the room.
She probably trusts your instincts by this point.
No.
She was kidding.
She was not feeling that, right?
He basically came to me over a year ago and said, I think I'm going to sell crabs one week. The next week is I'm trading in my two-door Challenger and I'm buying a pickup. And I'm like, oh my God. But today, here we are. And I'm glad that I didn't just shoot down the idea.
Right.
It was kind of like, okay, this is what you're going to do. We'll see how long it lasts.
How's it been so far, like dealing with all this and opening 2 places, and is it just getting crazy or what?
It's been crazy because the demand is definitely more than what we can offer right now, being that we are a small business.
She lost her job last April.
Okay.
And since then, the seafood company has grown so much that we've been able to provide for the family. So she looks at me now and she's like, if you hadn't never said anything about those crabs, I don't know what we'd do.
According to Livestrong.com, shellfish contain life-enhancing minerals like copper, iodine, iron, selenium, and zinc, which is critical to the human libido and male fertility. So let's go back to, you call your wife, you get the truck.
Mm-hmm.
You start bootlegging crab, you said?
Before I even got the truck or anything, I went back, I got some burners and some big crab pots.
Okay.
All right, so I started cooking my own crabs. I got the plates and everything, the bags from Restaurant Depot and Sam's and everything. First time I went to Douglas as my own, I bought about 5 bushels of crab. 5 bushels of crab is a lot of crab, because I'm thinking I'm about to just get rich real quick. Because I'm buying them for this and y'all gonna buy them for that.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, this is gonna be great. So when I went over there with 5 bushels of crab, I sold 2 bushels.
3 left.
So I lost. But I knew I had something, so I still was cutting hair, cooking crabs on the weekend.
Yep.
I probably did bootleg like that about 2 months. And then I said, well, I need to get an enclosed trailer or a restaurant. I was looking for a restaurant first,
yeah,
but I really didn't know too much about the restaurant business, so I figured I'd go a cheaper route and get a concession trailer.
Okay.
So
what was the cost of that?
The concession trailer is $3,500.
You got 2 locations going at the same time. That's just insanity, in my opinion. What was the total cost to get in this, and how many investors are involved, and how much money did they have to pull together to make this all happen between the 2? Just you don't have to get into specifics, but just a rough number so people understand what it takes to do this.
About $20,000.
About 20,000?
Yeah.
Okay, and that's still not that bad.
It's not that bad between 3 people and everything. So.
No, not bad at all. What's a Sack Daddy?
Sack Daddy is a name my granddad had.
Okay.
My grandfather was Quincy Robinson, and he would actually go get pork skin, fresh hog, bring it back to his house, have me, my cousin, maybe a couple of friends, we'd be cutting them up in chunks like this, little square chunks.
Yeah.
He had this big black wash pot full of lard grease.
So you're making pork rinds?
Pork rinds. And everybody called him Sack Daddy because he sold everything in sacks. And he would go around town to town. And he had these little sayings and things. He'd be like, hey, get it while it's hot, fresh out the pot. Get it while it's hot. As soon as you park the car, pop it up, people rushing.
So how important is failure to success?
It's critical, because if you're winning all the time, you don't know how to lose. Okay,
right.
So it's like
you bought 5 bushels and only sold 2.
Exactly.
What did that teach you?
It taught me
keep your inventory low.
Keep your inventory low. It's better to sell out than throw away.
Yeah. Let's talk about social media. How important has that been for your business?
It's critical. I mean, without it, I'd probably be still cutting hair. And we have almost 12,000 followers on my Facebook page. Yeah. So by us going through these smaller towns, the word of mouth just continues to grow it and grow it and grow it. And it seems like it's been overnight.
It's advantageous to analyze the top 3 area restaurants in your market for their strengths and weaknesses. Try to understand how to compete with them by understanding exactly who they are and what makes you different. So what is it about the food?
I mean, the seasoning, just looking at it now, I just want to dive in.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. It's delicious.
Do you love what you do?
I love what I do. I mean, I love making people, bringing some type of joy. Yeah. If it's through food, if it's through washing the car, doing a haircut, or whatever I've done in life, as long as I walk away and somebody say, hey man, I'm pleased with what you did.
Yeah. Teach me how to be a crab man.
Okay, but really for here,
Okay.
we're just gonna take this top off, take that plastic bag there and pick it up.
Okay. Just dump it all right in?
Just dump it right in there.
Okay. How much crab did we just cook?
10 pounds. We're gonna
10
do,
pounds.
yeah, we do 20. I go through about 100, we do 110 pounds here a week.
110 pounds.
Yeah.
Okay, so lay in the crab.
Add another tool like that.
Man, how much of this sauce you go through? Probably a lot, huh?
Per 100 pounds, about 4 gallons.
Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say we've only made 3 of these things and it's already getting low.
Yeah.
And then a handful of shrimp?
A handful of shrimp.
All right.
There you go.
This is my first sack daddy.
No crab combo. Looks pretty good too.
Yeah, not bad, man. Not bad for a rookie.
Yeah.
Well, thanks a lot for taking the time to talk to us today. I'm either gonna eat my arm off or eat something from here. So, thank you so much, man. I really appreciate it.
It's been a pleasure.
There are a million ways to start a business, but how did Luke do it? Let's find out. He started with roughly $200 in the bank and a credit score of 580. In the first 14 months, he was able to make $70,000 while taking a $5,000 loss. The business was completely self-financed, and Luke said what it really takes to open a business is belief. Luke spent years fishing around for different career ideas until he was able to see food as a way to make a living. When the opportunity came along to open up Sack Daddies, he put his heart and soul into making his dreams official. Sink or swim, Luke dove right in, and it looks like this idea really floats. For more information, log on to our website and click the link for Sack Daddies.
So I think if you're an entrepreneur, you really know in your gut that you're an entrepreneur. I've really known since I was little, I was always building, I was always creating, and I get really excited to try to build infrastructure and to create and solve problems. And the most important thing you can do as an entrepreneur is know that you are one, figure out what you're really, really passionate about, that you're willing to literally live and breathe about, because that's what it is and that's what it means to be an entrepreneur, and then go do it.
Next time on Startup, we head to Cedar Rapids, Iowa to talk to Steve and Andrea, a husband and wife team who created EcoLips, a B corporation that creates organic lip balm. Then we head over to Birmingham, Alabama to talk to Selena, a highly motivated entrepreneur who started Sarcor, a civil engineering firm that's helping to redesign local communities. Be sure to join us next time on Startup.
Another option for you. Okay. See, this might be a little bit more your color.
This one fits perfect. Oh, it feels good too.
Like it was made for you.
I feel very free. So I know we're on opposite sides of the fence, but why do you always gotta balk about what you do, huh?
American Express is proud to support startup and the millions of small businesses that put in the hard work to be open for business in neighborhoods across the country.
The Chevrolet Volt, an everyday electric car with gas for longer trips. The nature of things to come. Chevrolet, find new roads.
The American small business was built on one thing: relationships. And every time a customer walks through the door, a new one begins. Pay Anywhere was built to help entrepreneurs do what they do best. So keep loving what you do. Just get paid for it. Pay Anywhere.
It all starts with an idea, and everyone has them. In the world of business, where you choose to take your idea determines where your idea will take you. Baker College is proud to support startup and those who dare to share their ideas with the world.